Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. It's Jen with J Vinco, and today I'm doing the beginning of my video a little bit differently. This is a journal with me, creative daily journaling video, but I just wanted to share with you guys if you've been watching, and if you're new here, thanks for joining me. But I wanted to share that I decorated the front of my new journal finally, and I'm really excited about it. And maybe you're gonna think I'm a giant weirdo after I show you what I did, but I just wanted to share how I decorated my cover, and then I'll move on to the creative daily journaling pages and be voicing over at that point. So let's give this a try and see what we think. So here's the big reveal. There it is. So what I did with this, I'm getting a little too close there. Okay, so I used a bunch of collage and maybe a couple of washi tape stickers for this, and just tried to kind of make things fit together and also make it meaningful to me. So it's a little, I don't know, maybe you think it's odd. So time warp, I chose to put that in there, and it kind of has this Roman numeral type clock in the background. Because when I look back at this, it will be like a time warp because it will be in the past. It's already in the past. So I just thought that kind of fit. I like the color scheme. My favorite color is green, so that's why I picked greens, and they kind of meld well with blues, I suppose. So I found just like some not brick, tiles from a backsplash, kind of turquoise color. I like that. This green picture was like a green and yellow sunset, but it had like cactus. It looks like, near a ranch or something, kind of. And I really liked the whole picture, but I wanted to layer things. And so this one actually, I made it move over to the other, I folded it over the cover so that the other piece could be on there. So I haven't decorated in here yet, but I will. And then just this clock kind of goes with the time warp thing. And it's warped. So, I mean, does it get any more clever than that? Then I liked this also, kind of went with the whole time warp thing, and this old-timey woman in black and white is kind of doing a little dance. In the picture I cut her out of, she was standing on top of a table, like a kitchen table. But I just liked that she looks old-timey, so kind of a theme there with time warp, old time, old lady. I'm an old lady. Anyway, and this green was just like circuit board kind of looking background. The checkers, I guess I just went nuts and wanted a splash of red in there, even though it didn't necessarily go. But it's eye-catching. And Coca-Cola, oh God, I love Coca-Cola. I don't really drink it much anymore, but it tastes so good. I don't know what to say. Anyway, so I have her, so this is an underwater picture here with some rocks. I just have her standing on this little ledge. It says, "Don't hold back." She's dancing on a table, so that's not holding back. And I kind of made it so this arm looks like it's coming out of the rock. I thought that looked funny. And then treasure kind of has two meanings. This book is like, these journals are, I'm sure if you journal, you know that they become like so precious to you. If there's a fire here, this is, after making sure my kids are getting out, this is what I would grab, or my journals. And so it's a treasure to me, but also just kind of an inside joke with myself, because I listen to My Favorite Murder podcast sometimes, and they're always saying treasure. It's funny. Anyway. And then this little donut guy to keep things whimsical. He's just walking under the ocean. And so like I said, I haven't decorated in here, but then I've got the spine here. This is just washi tape that had orange stripes on it, so I just threw it on there. Guide to Life. Kind of makes sense to me. And then the year. This is also from collage. Most of this is from collage. this is a sticker and this is a sticker. The rest of it was just cut out from magazines and stuff. And then on the back here, so this is from a magazine, just this lady looking serious, maybe bewildered, maybe a little disturbed. That sounds about right. This is a Snidely Whiplash from Bullwinkle, Rocky and Bullwinkle, and I just saw him and he looks dismayed, so I don't know, it seemed to fit. This says, I'm an old-fashioned lady, and then there's a cross stitch and there's an old-fashioned there, so I like that play on words, and I am an old-fashioned lady, I suppose. Stack of books, because I like to read. I just liked the way these kind of sugar plum looking things, I mean, I've never had a sugar plum, but they look nice. I wanted it on there. Kind of reminded me of a cereal bowl too, in a way. And this nothing is everything, so I don't know, I thought that fit with the weird vibe and the whimsical, but my teenage son told me that this is from a plaque psoriasis advertisement, and I thought that was kind of funny. That's not why I put it on there, but yeah, kind of weird with the double meaning. And then just a little washi tape, like a ghost guy that I found on one of my weird things of washi tape stickers I've talked about before. They're vintagey. They have all kinds of strange images on them. So something like this is one of the pages. So yeah. So I don't know, I guess that's it, but I love the way this looks for some reason. Oh, and then because things will like lift with, I just used my glue stick to put most of these on. It's just a Scotch glue stick, but they kind of lift on the edges sometimes, and especially if you're using your book and moving it around and stuff, then pieces will come up. So what I did that I saw from another YouTuber was I used some clear contact paper to cover it. I was thinking about just putting like packing tape, but I didn't really want the lines down it. So this is solid piece, so you won't have lines on it. It's just a little tricky to get it on there without wrinkles. So I got this little wrinkle on the back, but I don't care. It's fine. It adds character. But this was not expensive. This was probably, I don't know, I think maybe $6 or $7 from Amazon. I just ordered it. And then I cut it so that it was a little bit bigger on all three sides. And I did it big enough so I could wrap it around in one piece. And then I set it down and tried to do it smoothly on one side, and then just turned it over and smoothed it all out. You could use like a credit card or just something with an edge, and you just try to smooth it down. And then I peeled a little bit more of the paper away and did the spine, and then slowly peeled the rest away. So the last part was the easier part because I could peel the paper away slowly and kind of like smooth it while I was doing that. And then I just folded it around. I cut the corners to kind of miter the corners. And then you just have to snip here by the spine on the top and bottom, and then cut what's extra on just what's covering the spine. And then the rest you'll be able to fold over onto the inside cover. Then when I do decorate the inside covers, then I'll just cut some more panels from it, from the contact paper, and put them on there. I ended up, you could do a lot with just one roll. I bought 2 rolls just in case, but there's some leftover from what I did, so I can just use panels from that to cover once I decorate, if I want to. I probably will cover the inside. I like the way it looks and it's secure, but I love it. Every time I look at this book, it's like I'm in love. It's so nice. And I still need to decorate. I'm going to, because it was so fun. I would have recorded the process of decorating this. It's just I took so long looking through all of my collage and trimming things and trying different layouts. It would have been like a 12-hour video, so I just figured I'd show you guys once it was done. But I still do need to cover this one from last year and do a flip through of this one from last year. Let's see what I can do. I did not finish all the pages in this journal. I do still have a few more to do for last year. And then I'll do my flip through. But this really goes from March to through December of last year. So I do want to decorate it. I think it's just so much more fun when you have a nice decoration on your cover. So with that, we'll just get into my journaling pages. Okay, so here we go. I am going to be working on 2 pages of journaling for the rest of this video, and it'll be Sunday, January 23rd and Monday, January 24th. And right now, just cutting out a date, trying to figure out where I want to put that, and off camera in the corner again. I'm so sorry. I know that is super annoying. Really need to pay attention to how I have my book is sitting under the camera. And so just getting that all set. I am trying to stay warm today. It's really cold outside and my office is over the garage, so it gets really cold in here. So anyway, I have some collage that I cut out ahead of time. There's an egg, and that is a fun story. I'll get to that in just a minute. And then I've got our ferret, Gub, up there at the top, and then that bright, shiny, and energized because we gave Gub a bath that day. And, you know, ferrets have an interesting smell, but when he gets out of the bath, he goes totally nuts. He like slithers along the floor and he runs around. He's all puffed up and freaked out. And here's a little clip of that. It was really hard to get him on camera because he's just going insane all around. I was just sitting on the floor with him and he just keeps going crazy. We give him a little treat on that plate, a little fish oil for getting his bath done. So it's really funny when he goes crazy like that. So I put that egg on there because we ordered breakfast from the restaurant down the street. It's a Mexican restaurant, and so I was excited to try their breakfast. But about 2/3 of the way through it, I bit into some eggshell, and I was like, ugh, yuck. Um, so I was done eating at that point, and uh, and then I had to like rinsing my mouth out didn't even work. I had to brush my teeth to get rid of it because I would just like bite down and there'd be just a little bit left. Oh, it was yucky. So probably not getting breakfast from there again is my guess. Um, in that sticker book right there, that's a Shines Studio sticker book from Michael's. There's a girl in a tub with a glass of wine, so I put that next to the Gub bath area, even though he is not calm in the bath and he does not like it. And then in the top left corner there, I have a YouTube and a video sticker thing. And that is because Drake got his first video finished and ready posted on YouTube. And it's just him playing Minecraft with his dad and Tim. And Tim did the editing for that video too, um, and put some funny titles over some parts of it and stuff. So it's pretty entertaining. Drake was super excited to get that out there. He really likes the idea of videos and he really likes Minecraft more than anything. He'll talk your ear off about it. So on the egg, I just wrote my little story about the egg. And that little box up there wrote about the bath. Um, and then down on the bottom, I put those 3 flags in there just to be interesting, just for fun colors. But that phone is because I spoke to my mom and that was good. She seems like she's doing better out overseas where she is and gonna take a little bit of vacation time maybe coming up, so that's good. And then just every time not every time, most of the time when I write a title or some words in there with a marker, I usually like to do the drop shadow, even though I have a hard time doing it on the correct side for each letter. I get confused about what I'm doing and it's not my forte, but I like to put that um, drop shadow on there. And then all my journaling, I'm just talking about, actually, in some of that journaling right there, I talked about how this is such a weird, when you point a mirror at another mirror and you can see mirrors forever. That's what this kind of feels like with journaling about making YouTube videos, and then that journaling is in my YouTube video. So it just feels like it's just this going back and forth weird. I don't even know how to explain it. So that's just it's just really strange to like journal and then make a video about it and then talk about the videos in the journal. You get it. I don't know why I'm re-explaining it. And I think I've said this in other videos that I change colors sometimes with pens so to just kind of separate things. And so I did that a couple times in there. And then just finding some small stickers to add in. I do see other journalers do like a portion of their page, all of it at once with the journaling. But as you've noticed, probably if you've been watching my other videos, I kind of like to get all the big pieces on there and then journal around it and then fill in the smallest pieces at the end with stickers or other things that go with what I'm doing. And I do end up with a little bit of white space around some things, and I'm okay with that. And then we are working on Monday, the 24th, on the other side, January 24th. We're not at February 24th yet, people, so don't be crazy. Uh, and just hand lettering in a little bit at the top. That guy that in the black and white picture is from that Reminisce magazine again, and um, I just like how he's kind of grumpy, and that Drake was getting sick. My 7-year-old was getting sick of school that day, so he's just kind of dragging through it, not really getting it done very efficiently, but that's how it goes sometimes. And then with my uh, resolution to add more color in here, I just decided to make kind of a dotted swirly pattern on the page and then kind of work around it. So I thought that was fun. And I'm just using Crayola Super Tip markers. I think I have a box of like 100. Not that you need that many shades, but I have. I am rich with Super Tip markers, and those just work well in a pinch and they don't really bleed through the page. So lots of variety of colors, and those are good to get, and they're cheap. I think probably like 10 or 15 bucks for that. Maybe could be 20. I don't know. Um, I forgot to mention on the other page by the egg, I put a picture of Daniel Levy, Eugene Levy's son. He was in Schitt's Creek. They were both in Schitt's Creek. If you watch that show, and he's got such a good like borderline angry, disappointed um, face. I don't know. And so he's just making that face. So I put it next to the egg because of the eggshell. And then up in the corner there above my representation of Drake, his head is just like a piece of schoolwork, a sticker and a pencil. And then at the bottom right now, I'm putting in a thing for steak dinner. So if you saw one of my more recent videos, it was about how Drake told the nurse that he doesn't get any steak. And so I took that to heart, and we actually did get steak for the first time in quite a while. So we had steak dinner, and we had baked potato, and I don't know why I made another side dish, but some noodles, and then some corn and some garlic bread twists. It was like a real feast for everyone. So that was a good dinner. And then the purple telephone, I caught up with a former work colleague, and that was nice. I didn't even get to say goodbye to her when I left, so it was good to catch up with her. Let's see, that yellow sticker next to the black and white photo, it says the daily grind. So that kind of made sense with Drake not wanting to be doing school that day. When I picked up my teenage son from school that afternoon, we stopped by the grocery store, and it was nice because we typically order our groceries, and sometimes you don't end up with all the stuff you wanted. So some of the harder to get items I just picked up that day. And so that was good to get those. And just finished my journaling again, switched colors a couple times, and just sticking in some hearts now. Um, yeah, I like the way the colorful dots turned out in the middle of the page. I thought it was pretty fun. Look, I just pointed to them. So who knows why I did that on camera. I'm a little bit nutty sometimes. And there's a Mulang sticker. He's grocery shopping on the bottom there, so that's right on the nose. And then that chick just looks depressed in that sticker. So, and then there's a bear sticker, and he's taking a selfie, it looks like, but that's just representative of a video call. So that's it for the journaling, and I made this video really long with my discussion about the cover on the front and the front end. So thanks so much for stopping by, and I'd love it if you subscribe, and I post usually once or twice a week.